If you are waking up this morning, you're probably waking up to some wet roads, maybe some pitter patter on the rooftop right now. I know when we woke up, I heard some rain here and there. It's kind of scattered.
I walked outside and I saw the rain still coming down and immediately wanted to go back to bed. I'll tell you that.
And to be honest, what is kind of the most fun, at least for me, tracking all this morning, is that I get to talk about and tell you about a system that is developing, and we get to watch it in real time.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I know, right? So let me explain a little bit here what I am talking about. So usually what happens is we see a system develop off to our west, and we see that low pressure system move in. But what we're watching this morning is the actual development of the low pressure in real time. So it's developing up into parts of southern Minnesota right now. You can kind of see where that center of circulation is. This is going to start to drift south and southeastward as we head throughout the day today. So that's why we can't really get rid of the rain chances completely throughout most of our Friday today. It's not until we get into the overnight tonight that things will finally push all the way out to the east. But right now, we've got still some light rain falling, and it's starting to come to a close, and we'll go through a little bit of dry time from Ames, down to and all throughout the Des Moines metro. Now, where that rain is heaviest, it still is in the eastern part of the Local 5 coverage area. Ottumwa down to Bloomfield, Oskaloosa, things are starting to lighten up right now. Montezuma, we still have some heavy rainfall around Sigourney. We've also got a little bit of heavy rain. So if you're located in one of those communities, do know that some of the heavier rain still is coming down. But over the next half hour to 45 minutes, we'll see it slow down and become much lighter. But to this point, we have seen observed rainfall between a half inch and an inch for a lot of spots, and a few of those isolated locations getting up over an inch and a half, or up to an inch and a half, about there so far. But because we've got more to potentially be on the way later on, we still are going to end up with some pockets of heavier falling rain. Now, looking outside in our Mezzo on Walnut, downtown Des Moines, Sky Tracker 5, a bit gloomy out there right now. Not gonna lie to you, it does look a little bit gloomy where we're not seeing any rainfall. Temperatures upper 60s, low 70s, so you don't have to worry about taking a rain jacket with you if you're across western portions of the area. Now, looking at things throughout the day, again, we can't get rid of the rain chances, and temperatures going to be held down a little bit by the clouds and the rainfall. Between 2 and 7 o'clock, this is when we're going to have some more developing thunderstorms very close to the center of that low pressure as it tracks to our east and southeast. And with that, we could have a couple of those thunderstorms begin to show signs of some spin. That's why tornado threat is very low. It is very low, but it is there. It's not zero. Futurecast going to be showing a couple of those isolated cells that develop later on today, and this is a pretty good look at how radar will look later on. So you see right near Grinnell there, down near Ottumwa, southeastern Iowa, a couple of those isolated cells. Those are the ones that we'd have to watch for to be a little bit on the stronger side. If we're talking about things farther to the east of those locations, or farther to the west, of those locations, we're looking at lighter rainfall with a general thunderstorm, non-severe and much lower severe chances. But looking at the rainfall for the rest of the day today, still could have some spots upwards of 2 to 4 inches by the time things are all said and done. So we will have to watch for a couple of those more localized, isolated issues, but we're not looking at widespread problems, which is great news. Looking at your 7-day forecast and 10-day forecast here, we are trending a little bit lower for temperatures heading into next week thanks to an increased rain chance and the heat staying off to our southwest. But what really want to focus on is the weekend. It looks fantastic, especially Sunday. Plentiful sunshine, lower humidity, and temperatures just in the low to mid 80s throughout the weekend. So with the National Balloon Classic going on, Hinterland Festival, there are so many things happening in this kind of the last part of the summer season across central Iowa. The weekend looks fantastic for it, but do know that for the National Balloon Classic specifically, the breeze is going to be pretty strong throughout Saturday, tomorrow. So outside of the breeze, it looks like a great weekend.
Let's hope they're able to get those balloons up there tomorrow, too. Joe, thank you. Here's a look at